welcome back to the channel. Today it's our first look at the brand new F74 2 Series Gran Coupe. It is finished in Brooklyn Gray. This is our HEA, or our dealer first spec or something like that. I'll put the exact wording down below, or this flashing on the screen. So again, all right, so we got two of these. We got two of these HEA models, one being the one in front of us, the 228, the base model, and the M235. And they are both finished exactly the same way. So it's unfortunate that we don't get different colors on these basically demo models. Brooklyn Gray, I think it's a fine color, but it'd be nice to have different colors, especially when you have two of the same car, basically spec'd very similar. All right, so begin up front. Obviously everything's brand new. So now you have our daytime running lights. Not really quotation marks, more like brackets, basically. I'm not sure I'm a fan of this look here. We also have shadowline lights. It's a dual headlight design. It's also a cornering light there in the corner. Then move into the grille. So obviously a new grille, and it's mimicking what's on the X3 in terms of the grille pattern here. This does not have the M Sport Pro package, which means it does not have a blacked out kidney grille. You'll notice the lack of the parking assistance camera there. That is available as an option with the, strangely enough, the technology package. And this one does not have it. And then you have sensors here for Driving Assistance Pro or Driving Assistance Plus. I believe this one has Driving Assistance Plus, which is the active cruise control. Let's take a step back so you can take in the newly designed front end of the 2 Series Gran Coupe. I'm not sure yet about the front end design of this 2 Series Gran Coupe. There's that 3/4 view. We're gonna make our way to the side here, where we have the optional 19-inch wheel. So the car comes standard with 18-inch wheels. These are style 976Ms. And you see the standard brakes. So you have to get the M Sport Pro to get the M Sport brakes on this vehicle. Take a step back. So he's taking the side profile of the 2 Series Gran Coupe. I think this looks a little bit better than the outgoing 2 Series Gran Coupe. Then we'll stop at the back here. The Hofmeister kink also has some badging here, what's found on the 5 Series, now here with a 2 badge there. And you can see a black roof. Now it's optional with the premium package, which also gets you a moonroof. So not a panoramic glass panel here, it is a moonroof. And you can get the, basically looks like high gloss black roof added to your vehicle when you get the premium package. Here's that rear view. And the taillights basically I think mimic what is on the X2. We have 228 badging here. Again, the I is being dropped throughout the lineup. Then xDrive badging. And then the rear diffuser, and you'll note tailpipes aren't visible there. Again, tailpipes don't protrude out of the bumper. You do have to get the M235, but they're pointed down like most of the current new BMWs. I'll pause here, so take in the rear of this 2 Series Gran Coupe. And here is the rear 3/4 view. I think it looks pretty decent. I think it sort of avoids that squished look of the previous generation 2 Series Gran Coupe, at least in terms of the back, but kind of reminds me like a, maybe it's like maybe it's like a sports activity coupe, given it rides pretty high. It does have that swooping roof line. Again, that's typical of the Gran Coupes. We'll make our way inside, go over pricing and options on this 228. So available in a variety of colors, but nothing unique to the car. So you got Vegas Red, you got Thunderlight Metallic, of course Brooklyn Gray, Portimao Blue, Tanzanite Blue, Alpine White, Black Sapphire, etc. All right, so opening up, we have the red and black Vaganza. So the door card, hard scratchy plastic up here, and then Then red Vaganza here, Harman Kardon sound system. It's not a premium Harman Kardon sound system. And black Vaganza here with some contrasting stitching. And then scratchy hard plastic here at the bottom of the door card. Not as scratchy as, so more scratchy than the upper portion of that door card. All right, so moving to the seats. And I think they're very comfortable. They are really well bolstered. So you got the red, you got the black Vaganza. I mean, look at those side bolsters. And then down here, black, and then red, a manually powered crumb catcher here. And some nice quilting effects here on the seat. Down below, don't see any controls for lumbar support. We're going to check the menu momentarily. But your standard adjustments. And then I think a miss here with a door sill. Just BMW branded in plastic. Probably could be a little bit more premium for this car. All right, so I should note that this car is M Sport by default, but you can see the steering wheel is not an M Sport steering wheel. It's a round steering wheel. There's no M badging on it. Then you've got no stitching, of course. Controls over here for assisted driving and cruise control, if it does have assisted driving. Then, just like on the X3, you have controls here for your lights. So that's a little bit different you have to get used to. In front of me, xDrive 9, the live cockpit, and then you'll note there's no head-up display. You do have to get the technology package to get the head-up display. And you can see some ambient lighting here. It's a little bit hard to make out here in sport mode, so you have the red colors here, and you have blue and red in the middle here. All right, so the trim here is called the illuminated aluminum graphite trim. Upper portion of the dashboard, sort of like soft-ish, but not too soft, hard plastic. Vent controls, I think a little bit on the unique side for the 2 Series Gran Coupe. So traditional open and close things there, and plus then you have the adjusters there. Down below, center console area, you have a wireless charging tray. We've got cup holders, 12-volt socket there, USB-C charging ports. And you'll note the lack of the xDrive controller. So that's the way BMW is going. Of course, that will all disappear with xDrive X or xDrive 10. Your gear selector nub, got your parking brake here, and wheel for the volume. We'll note this one does not have shift paddles. I believe you're probably going to have to set up the M Sport Pro to get shift paddles. And this is a 7-speed dual clutch transmission shared among the X1 and X2 brethren. All right, starting price, the 2025 228 xDrive Gran Coupe is $41,600. Now there will be a front-wheel drive version of the 228 coming later on. All right, so Brooklyn Gray Metallic adds another $650. The Vaganza, which is standard across the upholstery choices, is included. Driving Assistance Plus, so that includes ACC Stop and Go, $500. Then we got Premium Package for $1,600. And those 19-inch wheels are another $500. Everything else you see here is included. And total MSRP of this particular example, $46,125. All right, so I'll make our way to the back seat. I think I forgot to take a look at the seat settings here. So we're going to go in here, go to Vehicle. He says, as this thing does not want to cooperate. So a little on the laggy side. Does not want to go into Vehicle. All right, seat comfort. There's no other settings here. So no side bolster adjustment, no lumbar support. You might have to get active seats, but I'm not sure if that's an option. This one, I'll drop some more information down below. All right, so moving to the rear doors, you note there's no comfort access on the rear doors, which means it does have ultra wideband technology, which means it can be a pain in the ass getting into these back seats if you don't have passive entry set up. And door card, just like the front, some rubberized, softer-ish hard plastic here. Vaganza, hard plastic down below. And there is the rest of that interior. I think it looks really good against Brooklyn Gray. That moonroof shade is now open. All right, and here's a view of the cockpit from the back seat. And out back, you just have vent controls and USB-C charging ports. Here's the knee room and legroom situation. I'd say it's not too bad. And then headroom can be an issue in the back of this car. I'm about 5'11", and my head is hitting that headliner. All right, so I'll move to the back of this vehicle. And we'll use our kick to open. And it pops up. There's no powered tailgate. But here is the cargo area. You can also fold down those rear seats for even more room. And you do have, I think, a nice little hiding space down below the floor there. All right, so no kick to close because it is not powered. All right, so we're gonna make our way to the front and then pop the hood. Of course, the original 2 Series basically premiered or was delivered the height of the pandemic, and lots of dealers had many of these cars on the ground. Well, not this one, but the previous generation 2 Series Gran Coupe. But here it is, a new generation. It was popular in the loaner department. And I think of those two, well, technically 3 variants, I think the M235i back in the day was the preferred option. It's a really fun car to drive. They had the ultimate driving experience, and part of autocross, it handled pretty well. All right, so underneath the hood here is the B48 inline-4 2-liter turbo engine, 241 horsepower. So up in horsepower, but I think it's 13 horsepower and 295 torques. I think a pretty good improvement in torque. But that is it for a first look at the entry-level BMW. It does come standard with a lot of equipment, which was the idea of the 2 Series Gran Coupe in the first place. And the target market, at least for the original generation, was younger buyers. I don't think that worked out, at least in our experience. It mostly played to a more older crowd. But that's it, and we'll see you at the next video.